So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Okay, hi everybody, Martha here. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I had to get stitches, so I was waiting for my cut to heal. God, like 2 weeks ago, that's why I've been having like a hard time getting videos done a while. But I finally healed up. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more of CW stuff right now, because a lot of the shows that are on CW I'm not really liking that much. So I'm gonna take a little hiatus from it. I mean, I did like Lois and Clark. I mean, like Lois, Saran and Clark, Saran Lois episode. That one was pretty good. I had not watched Black Lightning yet, but I did not like the Flash episode or the Legends episode. So yeah. So let's just focus on. I'm going to focus on books and video games, and obviously Darkwing Duck show when that starts next month. So let me know if you want me to do anything else, but we'll see. So let's get started with this review of the last story in this for the Stitch Rate story. So this one, the next one is called, the last one in this book is called What We Found. So let's get started like I usually do. I read the last 2 pages to you guys. Your grandma's cooking? Dwayne said. Barry laughed with snort. I would have said. Until we met Faith. That will work out. Dwayne stepped into the building. Where's Hudson? Barry asked. Hudson, Dwayne called. What a smell! Barry wrinkled up his face. Dwayne covered his nose. Smells like something's burning. Hey, did you hear about the fire at the circus? What? It was intense. Dwayne laughed loudly. Get it? Intense? Barry shook his head. Hudson, he called. He waited for breathing slowly, shallowed. No one answered. Let's check the office, Barry said. The man headed down to the main office in the hall. They looked around as they went, and everything was still the same as they had been when they left the night before. Same stocks to boxes, same animatronics hooked up on the wall. Dwayne bent over. I forgot to pick up this tooth last night. We can glue it back in. They went down the hall and leads to the open door in the office. It's normal too, but Hudson wasn't in it. Where the heck is he? Dwayne asked. Barry shook his head. Dwayne laughed. Maybe he finally got smart and left this crummy town. It wouldn't be a bad thing, Barry said. I'll miss him, but he could use a fresh start. Dwayne made a face. The smell's getting stronger down here. It's coming from the kitchen, I think. Let's check it out, said Barry. Let's check it out. As the two headed towards the kitchen, Barry said, I feel for Hudson. The poor guy has to do something. Deserves deserves to have something go right. Okay, so this one is kind of confusing, but you can understand it. When I was reading it, I don't know if many of you guys know about this book, because what happened to Hudson when he was little reminds you of like a real life incident, because it's because of the book that this thing reminds me of, because both Hudson's abused by his father, and pretty badly, and what happened in like have any of you guys read that book called A Child Called It? And that's what I know that really happened to Dave, but this reminds me of that. The fact that he was abused by a parent pretty badly. I know it's not really this is stepdad, but still, this reminds me of that book. So this one has to do with Springtrap and the Phantom animatronics. That's why I got Phantom Foxy here, and so yeah, and so Hudson is a fake security guard, because this is do you guys play the third Friday Nights at Freddy's game? You know what this game's basically. This is what you do in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. You go to the facilities, but you're basically just somebody who's people walk through like a haunted house thing, and they see you, and they're pretty much being tortured. So that's what's basically gonna happen here, but they have not opened the facility up, because they're still getting things set up for the haunted house. So, and every single night we have there's 2 different workers. There is Hudson here, and Vaxton. Correct me if I said it wrong. And there's also Dwayne and Barry, who are tech people and bring in the stuff every single day. And so about a week later, also Hudson is it had a past where he when he was little, to get away from his abusive stepdad Lewis, a fire started, and Lewis got stuck in the fire and never made it out. Now a lot of people think that Lewis started the fire. Hudson started the fire, but he said he didn't, and so he kind of lost his girlfriend Faith, that is now dating one of his friends. And both his friends are going to go off to the Navy soon. He can't go because of what Lewis did to him in the past. Like, he's too injured from him being abused, so he can't go and join the Navy. So yeah. So he does not like his job, but it's a good pay, because his grandma, I guess she predicted what's gonna happen to him in this book, and she tries to warn him to get out while he can, and he says no, because I don't like the job, Grandma, but I don't want to go back to doing minimum wage. And dude, I don't blame you. Minimum wage sucks. So usually his rounds are pretty good. He just walks around, but he's in how scary the animatronics look. And he the night before, we had seen both Barry and Dwayne bring in a box, and they say they found it in a hidden room. So if you know the third game, you know that Springtrap was found in a hidden room in one of the Five Nights at Freddy's restaurants. So they never really say it outright, but the fact that you're able to deduce that's what happens, and the fact they say it's a green yellowish bunny with flesh on it later on, You can from his guess that's Springtrap. I just guess these guys don't know about this bunny. That's why they didn't really say that. And besides, they never really we never learn, the characters never really learn Springtrap's name. We do, but they don't. Not on the game. So his last the shift is like just like the game. He has to work for about 6 hours, and so he usually does rounds each room. And then when he gets to Springtrap's room, Springtrap's hook him on the wall by hooks, and he looks at it because he was afraid to open it because Dwayne and Barry were teasing him and tell him to open the box. And he goes in there and faces his fears basically, and he realizes that there's something inside the suit. He touches it and he realizes he doesn't want to believe it, but he knows it's flesh, and he wants to know why is there flesh inside an animatronic. So, sorry, there's a layer. So, the whole entire night, he's basically hallucinating, just like in the game, the third game. The phantom animatronics cause you to hallucinate. So instead of him hallucinating the animatronics, he's hallucinating flashbacks. He first hears his math teacher who was very mean to him and called him stupid every time he did not figure out one of his math projects, and then that's who he hears when he's near Springtrap. He thinks that it's his math teacher, and his math teacher's last name is very similar to William Axton's, except for it's spelled differently, and it's not exactly the same. So it's not who he is. It's not who's in there. It's just that's who he thinks of when he hears that voice. And you also hear when he gets around Chica, he ends up hearing his girlfriend's Faith's voice, and he also hears hears the animatronics sing too. And when he's around when he's around Foxy, he thinks of his stepdad. So he warps from him getting called from his math teacher, warp to when he's getting swirly from his bullies when walks into when he gets dumped into a toilet, and gets a swirly, and he also has a whole bunch of times with his stepdad would use him. So yeah, and to where eventually he ends up having the flashback to when the house burned down, and now he actually remembers that he may have something to do with it when he was little, but he made it out unlike Lewis. So, and he ends up having the same thing happen here. I don't know where he would get a lighter from. They don't mention in the story that he smokes or any of the characters smoke. So, but he because he hides in the oven. But he before this happens, he goes back to the room because he twice he goes back to the room where Springtrap is on the wall. The second time he goes back to the room, Springtrap's not on the wall. The third time he goes back to the room, Springtrap is on the wall. So this really happened. Something had to happen because he broke his left wrist. So something had to happen to him. So, and he ends up in the oven somehow, and he ends up burning the place down, just like in the end of the game, the place gets burned. So you just find out, Barry and Dwayne come back to pick him up and to take him out to eat and stuff like that every single day, like they did in the story. I didn't mention that, but every single day, every time he gets off, Dwayne and Barry take him to go get something to eat after his shift, and they're gonna do that again. And so for this time, they did not find him. They found him alright, but sadly he burned. So I don't know. Out of the 3 stories, since now I read all the stories, now I would say Sergio is the character I did not like. I don't think you're meant to like him. But both Hudson and Angel, I like these two. They were both good characters, and they both didn't deserve what happened to them. Sergio did, but not these two, not Angel or Hudson. So yeah. So Ollie, what do you give it?
I give it. Come here, Foxy. I'm gonna hold you. I give it upper paws. And my tail.
So guys,
Martha gives it 9 out of 10.
I'm not afraid of you, Foxy.
so I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna probably do the Stitch Rate story. So probably tomorrow and on Monday, because I won't be here the next few days either, because I have to go to graduation. So yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe, and bye bye.